Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Erasmus Expeditions. We are here with session 7 of our trilogy. Pause so that you can process that. Of a Harbinger campaign that we have been running for just a little bit over here on the channel. This is titled Trickle Down, and yeah, it's been fantastic seeing this story kind of unfold past a little bit of its original concept, but yeah, in really interesting ways. And I'm eager to see how this story is going to come to a conclusion. It might even happen tonight. It just depends on, well, a couple of different things, namely 4 variables that are kind of seated around me here on the screen, who I will now pass things over to so that they can introduce themselves, plug anything that they might have going on. Yeah, and then I think we can get rolling. So, same warning that I give on the beginning of all of my games, and that is, if mature language and mature subject matter are things that bother you, then this is not a game for you to watch. I don't know how you found your way to my channel, but turn back. There be dragons. Other than that, what else? The system that we are using to play this is the Harbinger system, which is currently in playtest from a company called Absolute Tabletop. If you go to absolutetabletop.com, you can sign up for the playtest, and you can find the playtest documents there for free that you can download and playtest to your heart's desire. I would imagine that in light of recent events, recent news, that there will probably be a very large overhaul to this system before it actually sees publication. But that's just me talking out of my ass, so I don't really know. But we're going to play it the way that we have been playing it so far and have a lot of fun while we do it. Okay, so let's pass things over to the players and find out what's going on in their neck of the woods. Speaking of necks of the woods, or woods of the neck with the glorious beard, Chad.
Thank you, Jeremy. I don't know how I feel about being called a neckbeard. No, I genuinely miss this group, and this has been one of the most fun campaigns that I've played in a while. I know it was supposed to be a trilogy, but this is a campaign now. And you know what? Even if like we stop today and like this arc ends, and we want to pick this up at some point later down the line, like I'm game with that too. Hello, everyone. My name is Chad. You can find me in various channels throughout AbTab. I'm usually over there on the AbTab site on Facebook, as well as in multiple Discords. And yeah, I just ran a game over on our Twitch channel at Roll Call RP the other day for Mouse Guard. We didn't stream it, but man, was it fun. I had a blast playing it, and it made me realize how much I miss GMing. So, new year, new me. New games coming to an AbTab space near you. Those interest posts will go out where scheduling allows itself. But yes, I'm very interested in other gaming systems and new things, new fun. So that will happen at some time. I don't know if it'll be on my YouTube channel, which is under my name, but it will be somewhere, and I will find a way to do it. So yeah, that's me. I play Ulysses Blanc. He is a Forge-born Mancer, and I'm very excited to get back with this group and cause some absolute havoc and chaos. So let's do it, boys. Let's get it going.
Well, that has me excited, Chad. Having had the opportunity, thankfully, to play under you as a GM, at least once with Mouse Guard, I think, that I can recall.
I actually ran that same session that I ran for you guys.
Oh, fantastic.
And
it was
they
a really good
did
story.
very different things. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
turned out very different.
That's
But
one of the beauties of this
very
kind of a
exciting.
medium, right? Is you can
Yeah.
kind of have the same starting platform, the same premise, but once you introduce players into the mix, there is no telling where
Yeah.
things might go from there.
So you guys faced a snake in that. They
Yes,
decided
I do remember
not to
that.
run away and go into not to run away. So they faced an owl in theirs.
Oh,
So it was a very
that
different
would be
game.
terrifying as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mouse Guard is a really cool series of comic books, and I think my son and I read all of them, at least all of the main ones. I think there's a few side stories that have also been published, and we actually got the role playing game for
Legends
our
is
family
very good.
as a Christmas gift. So yeah, looking forward to sitting down and playing it again at some point.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah, man. But I'm excited that you're gonna take another chance at the hot seat, get back into the GM's chair. Okay, next we have other Chad, second Chad Electric Boogaloo.
The other Chad in some circles, at least in this one. Thank you for having me, otherwise known as Chad Smith, but not to be confused with the drummer of Red Hot Chili Peppers. But yes, thank you for having me. I play Lucius, the Slugger, and I play a different take on a Forge-born Mancer than maybe traditionally. I have had the pleasure to play with these guys before. Thankfully, I've had Chad actually in my very first time ever DMing. So that was a pleasure. But yes, if you somehow have not found the Absolute Tabletop group, either on Facebook or Discord or other means of social medias, you should check them out. If you're into this kind of thing, somehow you're here, right? So you could play in things like this, or you could even run your own maybe. But yeah, come check us out. You could just create stuff, bounce ideas off of people, different things like that, character design, so on, so forth. But enough of my time, right? You can find me around here mostly. So thank you for everything.
So long, and thanks for all the fish. No, very happy to have you here as well, Chad. Always a pleasure to get the chance to share a table with you, man. Yeah, I cannot second that enough. We've said it pretty much every game, at least for this campaign. Not to mention many of the other games that have run here on the channel. But yes, Absolute Tabletop is an incredible community full of very kind, inclusive, creative people that is really kind of a juggernaut and a safe haven, honestly, in COVID and everything that is kind of currently going on. It's really nice to have a place where everybody is genuine in their support of each other. It's a really cool place. So yeah, if you are looking for online communities to be a part of in the gaming sphere, Absolute Tabletop is probably the top of the mountain. So, all right. Speaking of the top of the mountain, I don't know what that means, but Todd, you're next.
I'm Todd. I'm not really on any socials for this type of thing, but happy to be here and having fun playing.
Excellent, man. I'm very, very glad to hear that. I'm super thrilled with the fact that all of you have been willing to see this trilogy past its expiration date on the carton, and are still seemingly having such a good time with it. That makes me absolutely just tickled pink. So thank you for being a part of it. All right, last but certainly not least, we have Glenn.
Had to find my unmute. Hey, everybody, thanks. Yeah, I'm Glenn. Again, like Todd, not really big in the social media scene. Don't post my games up, stuff like that. You might run across me, start playing in random sessions, because that's where I found Jeremy and Absolute Tabletop and this group. So a ton of fun with that one. Otherwise, you'll see me today on this one and any of the previous ones for Skahidi, the Voidborn Reaver. And looking forward to seeing how this plays out, seeing how far we can get through our space station today.
Yeah, I'm really eager to see how things are going to go because there's going to be a decision or role or maybe both pretty early on, and it's going to decide basically the entire rest of the campaign. So I'm eager to see how that's going to go. But yeah, man, I'm super happy to have you have reached out to me on Start Playing. It was a massive honor to have the chance to be able to run a game for all of you, and yeah, it's just incredible. If you are interested in finding me on something like Start Playing, I believe you should be able to find that in the description, the link for that, as well as the link to my drive-through RPG store where you can find game systems that are not Dungeons & Dragons 5e, if that's your thing. Hopefully some point this year I will be putting out another system, a system called Gore, that I playtested here, a version of here on the channel at least once. A couple months back, probably about 4 months or so back. But yeah, really excited for the future of the hobby and for the future of the channel. And yeah, I'm in a good place with gaming. I'm in a good mood. So, without further ado, let's potentially blow some shit up. Y'all ready? Zutalu. There are certain points in life that feel like they could be an ending. Hell, in Chrome City, sometimes leaving the confines of your rat hole apartment feel like it might just be the last thing you ever do. Life there is a series of finite points. Disjointed endings and beginnings just around the corner from one another. Stacked up with no idea that the other even exists. But out here in the void, it's difficult to think about finite things like endings. Out here, everything seems connected to the abundance of infinity. Not a beginning in sight. Nothing lasts forever, though. Not even out here in the black. We see the Wyrm Hole Industries space station in orbit above an arid-looking planet, a moon reality. One of the many, many dozens of moons that orbit the gas giant of Bastion. The moon's orange and red glow let you identify it as the moon known as Cybele. Here above the high orbit of this moon, the space station sits gliding through the void. You're on your kind of final approach to the outlying markers where you realize you're likely to be hailed at some point. Having just narrowly escaped a tussle with some potential pirates, where are the four of you within the Ajax? What are you currently up to as you're approaching the outlying markers that surround the space station?
I believe that Ulysses is still going to be... I think Ulysses is still going to be in the pilot's chair. A little bit, I think, in shock and awe of himself. Because he is not a pilot. He was not designed to be a pilot. But then he starts to think. that there are so many memories that have been, he knows the ones that he has in his brain. He knows the ones that he's found, the Lorium vials, he knows those. So it makes sense now that these Lorium vials may have had other data, may have had other things that he just has never accessed before because he's never had to. And in that moment, he did something that he would probably never be able to do again. So there's a bit of shock as they now arrive at this space, but there's also a bit of comfort as they've arrived here because he's now confident in himself that no matter what happens, he's kind of got a data bank that can find an answer for something.
Lucius finds himself in a weird state physically inside this wand system for the first time in ages, feeling weightless and breathing actually technically fluid. So it's a completely like foreign kind of feeling physically for him. And then to be in space off of Bastion, off Atachrome City, out of that muddy shithole, and to see all the colors and the things that he's seen in space, like, yeah, it's pretty euphoric and different for him, very alien. And now seeing that we're finally approaching this space station, I think he's apprehensive, and whatever would be left of the hairs on his body would be like goosebumped, and he would be he'd be eager for what's about to happen.
Yeah, so I think then Kahiti's, again, this is back to normal-ish for him. Not necessarily going to blow up space stations, but being back on the float and everything else has got him more at ease and back at home. But with the time sort of drawing near, I probably stop by to check on Sylvan real quick and then go to the sort of equipment bay, holding bay or whatever, and would be just double checking all of the last of the armor or the last of the equipment, and then getting myself suited up, because it's going to take a minute or two to get ready, but is doing that, just sort of putting the mind right and getting geared up for whatever comes through the doors.
And Sylvan's in the various mechanic bays tinkering with things to come and making sure the ship is doing well.
Absolutely. Perhaps even making a few modifications. Just a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. All of you are kind of, on this trajectory headed towards the space station, anticipating any moment now for them to hail you. But the message that eventually comes is, or at least the message that comes so far, is maybe not exactly what you might expect. The sconce that is in the area, wherever it is that Kahiti is kind of suiting up currently, flickers to life, and the image of the specter known as the Warlock appears in front of you.
There's a incoming message for you, Kahiti. It's been encrypted, so I can't read it, but it comes from Owara.
All right, then, yeah, brother, I'll put it on.
You got it, boss man. You got it.
He puts the message up on the screen. and it is indeed encrypted. So someone is going to have to unscramble it for you if you want to read it.
Oh yeah. I would use the ship's comms then to, well, probably let everybody know we have an incoming message for the group, and then see if I can get Sylvan. Any way you can make it up to the bay? It's probably easier for you to come to me than me to you at this point.
Sure thing.
Right done. And then message in from the missus. Yeah, why don't you take a look, see if we can figure out what this is.
All right. Sylvan, if you're going to attempt to tackle this, then please give me a tech roll. I'm remembering right. Tech covers computer stuff in this. I don't think
That would be my proficiency bonus.
If you are proficient in tech, then yeah, you'd get your proficiency bonus plus whatever your tech is, probably intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have proficiency in tech. At least we didn't mark it down. But
Ooh.
I do have the bonus.
Yeah.
I bet you probably do.
Yeah, I think you have it by default as a
mechanist.
That's what I thought.
As a mechanist.
Let me see. Well, it's not going to list it under the Mancer. That's for damn sure. I know how to look at a PDF. How about you?
Regardless, I have either a +3 or a +6. So +3 is a 19.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, it looks like it is one of the three that you can choose, but it does not necessarily mean that you automatically have it. So, okay, 19 though. All right, you have absolutely no problem. You know, one of the first, you know, one or two algorithms that you run it through or whatnot manages to find a pattern and decrypt it relatively easily. And again, you know, you get the feeling that it wasn't meant to be incredibly difficult for at least your group to decipher. So once you have it decrypted, you're able to kind of read it, and it says that it's a very brief, short, to the point message. It says, "Found out Miki is on space station. Be careful." And Miki is M-I-K-I, which the name means something to you, Kahiti. It may not to Glenn at the moment, but it does to Kahiti.
I was gonna say, so out of character, I was like, shit, did I put that in my background? Now I gotta go hunt in my background for that one.
Perhaps you did.
Now I need to check.
Do you want to dig it up and look for it, or do you want me to tell you?
So I think with that though, I would be looking pensively and see if I can find it real quick.
Okay, sure.
On that, because I have my entire background. I just gotta find it real quick. And I would basically, once he's got it, Dakota, be like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man. How far out are we? Yeah."
I would say probably 1,000 sprawls. I think that's what is it sprawls or reaches?
I don't remember in this one.
I think they use both terms, but I don't remember which is the larger of the two.
Sprawls is smaller.
Okay, so it's probably the sprawls then. I think that's what the ship movements and stuff are based on. It's all sprawls.
Got it.
That's
and
so yeah, you're getting very close.
And so yeah, as I'm reading that message, then there's definite recognition. That's what I thought it was. Definite recognition for that one. And shit. Right, yeah. Shit. Why don't we put it on coast for a minute and see if we meet up on the bridge, and then Sylvan, give me a hand getting out of this, yeah. So I'm gonna undon or doff whatever last I had, because I don't think I can get through the ship when I'm fully dragooned out on that one. And then go back up to try to get all 4 of us in the same room, as well as any of the crew members that we have there for that other aspect of it.
Yeah, I think we established there were like 2 other wraiths on board.
Yeah. 2 other wraiths. Yep. And so I'll get all 4 of them in to be with that. So yeah, so so a bit of a, I won't say complication, yeah, because could be good thing, could be real good thing, but it's gonna make it a little harder maybe on us in the beginning, yeah. So Wada hit me up in a message, and show everybody the message, right? Like Wada saying, Miki on board. So 2 things there, yeah. So first of all, yeah, easy one is Miki's Mara. Miki's my mom, yeah. So a little bit more personal now since mom's on board, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But some of you may picked up, but everybody here remember Katira, right? Katira Wara is not necessarily the same person all the time. Miki was a Wara before the Wara, right? So good news, if she's on board, we're probably not alone on there. But bad news is now I'm, probably not going to want to blow a ship up with my mother and previous lead of our entire organization on without at least giving her a heads up, yeah. So might change the way we go in, might change the way we come out. Just thought I'd put that to you all, since Ulysses and Sylvan tend to have a little bit better head on your shoulders than I do on these things.
Yes, that does change things. Well, I suppose now that means we need to go in quietly.
Are there any system channels that you guys would have normally used that only she would know?
I mean, if we can get in touch with it all comes down to once we're on, yeah, right? Like it's not uncommon, the help and those who are running the show don't always share the same lines, yeah. So there's easy channels for that, but at the same time, when we're on these kind of things, we try to keep a real low profile, so we don't really send a whole lot out, right? External comms get a lot more attention.
Yeah. I was just thinking if there was a way we can backdoor in.
So best best things probably be if we can blend on our way in, that'd be good. So we got a reason we could be showing up.
I think you discovered one last time, right? Because we were kind of like not attacked, but we were like pinged, and you had come up with like a.
Yes. For a moment, Jeremy, I'd like to sit in the cockpit and just go through my memory bank. I want to see if I want to see if those memories that I have, the memories with the Lorium vials, if I can find anything within those that would be a suitable moniker for a lie, right? Like something that I can use that I've seen that I can reference that would be like, here's a reason why we're here.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a let's do either tech or maybe history even.
I think it's called lore or something like that.
Lore. There you go. Thank you. I think
Okay.
I've actually made that mistake every single time we run this game. So why
Lore.
not this time too?
So let's see, lore check.
I might figure
okay.
out by the time they change it.
And it's a D20. It's a D20 roll, right? Still doing D20
Should be.
rolls.
Yeah, it should be a skill check.
All right, not great. Ooh, quick question though. I don't think that this is correct, but it might be. I remember that I used enumerations last game and took
possibly.
that opportunity to gain like I went into like that trance state so that I could get advantage doing all the tech void ship stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So let me take a quick peek because if I'm still within the hour, I think I still have advantage on this. That's why I want to check it.
So you would be outside of an hour from when the pirates attacked you.
Oh, okay. So good. That's all I wanted to know. Yeah. So we're
Yeah.
out. So it would have faded by now. So yeah, it'd be 11.
Okay. 11 on and that was intelligence you rolled it with?
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, 11 plus my modifier, right? So whatever's on the yeah, that is intelligence. So yeah.
Okay.
My wisdom is higher than my intelligence. So.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yep.
So 11 total. You begin kind of going back and scouring through these Lorium vial memories, trying to find something that might be viable. The one thing that you very quickly start to realize is most of these conversations are incredibly candid. They seem to be purposefully clandestine a little bit, you know, kind of just the person speaking and the person whose memory it actually belongs to. Most of them with Dr. Marville being the one who's speaking. There is one of them where you're in the it was like a convenience store, coffee shop type cafe, and there were a lot of people bustling around here and there. But other than that, you're not finding anything that you think would serve as a great cover for why a ship would be coming from, you know, one of the other moons under the pretense of being a freighter or a small cargo ship.
Unfortunately, I'm out of luck. Nothing in the memories is serving to spark any reason of doubt for these people. I don't know. What do you think we should do? I mean, certainly we could go in guns blazing. But as you said, Petey, I don't think that we want to draw that much attention to ourselves this time.
So they they were looking for your kids, yeah? Just the one though, right? Yeah, so
Yes.
and then and I'm totally blanking on her name, the other wraith who they found.
So one of them was in Parika.
Parika, yeah.
Surname.
So they're looking for you and looking for your key and Parika, yeah. But forgive me, Ulysses. Was you the third? So
He takes a long pause and then just says, yes, apparently I was.
So Sylvan, yeah, can you fake those little memory things our metal friends here use?
Can he fake a Lorium vial? Well, I suppose it would be difficult to do. But
For the vial itself, yes, but faking contents for it, we don't have the equipment for it.
yeah, I agreed. I don't think we have the ability to put a memory. Looking around at the junker of a crater level that we still have, I do not think that. Oh wait, Sylvan, could we potentially take one of the memories and, again, this is not me trying to put anyone at risk, but could we take one of the memories and store it in a fake vial? Make a copy of that memory and then store it in another vial. That way we have one, they have one that could potentially give them a lead, but we keep the others.
I think we can probably do that.
Jeremy, does that
Yeah.
sound feasible, or am I just blowing smoke
So-
up people's ass?
Yeah, so I think that this is definitely feasible. The big catch is that these Lorium vials that you're copying are like state-of-the-art, cutting-edge technology. That
So it has to be like a really good roll to make a really good
But-
copy.
Right.
Otherwise, it's gotcha.
We had two, right?
Yes,
Is what-
the two that I
And then the
the
sun is a
two
third.
that were the two that came from, so one came from Parika, one came from Peter, one came from Cherium. So I figured if we took the one from Cherium, the one that has, from my recollection, the one from Cherium had the least amount of information on it
But you-
out of the three.
But Ulysses, you know Peter, yeah? Like,
Yes.
so I'm not a smart guy, right? But they need all three. We have
Yes.
two and we have you. And
Yes.
and you know Peter.
Mhm.
So could they think that you got his memories? Like they don't know why you
that's
know him.
interesting.
And then maybe we have a reason for us to show up is handing him you.
Forge a memory of my son. Interesting concept. And he sits there, and immediately his hands go to pull up the warlock. Warlock, quick question for you. I don't know if this is even possible, but I need to know.
Everything is possible.
Mm,
It's just a matter of how much you believe.
well, I want to believe in this. So, if I were to try and fabricate a memory, would it be possible to forge it into a fabricated Lorium vial. Change a memory that I already have, but tweak it so that it isn't exactly what it is.
Well, if you're talking about the kind of vials that I think you are talking about,
Yes.
it's possible for sure. Like I said, anything is possible. But if you want it to be good enough that nobody can figure it out, and nobody can tell that it's a fake, well, you better be damn good at what you do.
All right. Well, then, I know that I won't be the one doing it. But, and I imagine that I forgot after so long, where did we put these Lorium vials? Because I know that the one Lorium vial is still in me. Like, I know
Correct.
it's still in me.
The one that you found from Parika,
Mm-hmm.
the one that you are fairly certain drove her insane, is the one that you, for better or worse, decided to put into your brainstem slot, and it is currently fused inside of that port inside of your skull.
Right.
The other two, I believe that you have with you, and they are loose. One of them was the one that
So
you
I can
pulled
use
from
those.
Peter, and the other one was the one that Cherium dug out of the Forgeborn that at the very beginning of the game that she was trying to get out of the landfill.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
So I think I would use the memory of Peter because I can fabricate that, right? Like I can visualize a memory that I've had with Peter on a good day in our lifetime. I can
Yeah,
then
for
use
sure.
that to then fabricate something that fits within the same timeline that's on the Lorium file.
Yeah. So you're gonna try to
Hypothetically.
basically kind of like splice in some
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, like
other
some real like Minority Report level, like change the memories of your life kind of nonsense. I want to try to do some of that.
And
Okay.
did
Sorry, go ahead.
we? So sorry, just trying to. I know it's only 7 episodes, but
No, you're
trying
good.
to keep track of everything with this. So Croc was after that from I forget her name, not Cherium, but the one we gave a second chance to.
The boss lady,
Boss
that
lady.
owned that owned. I forget her name too, but it's the boss lady that actually owned the club.
I want to say Rose
Yeah.
or something, but I don't know if it was Rose or not.
We
But-
destroyed her club, but kept her
Dejani.
alive.
Dejani, yeah,
Dejani Sarah.
yeah. So, but she never said exactly who she was working for.
No.
Just
No.
the upper groups.
She very much kind of hinted that it was a very well connected, very powerful, very wealthy corporation.
Right. So thoughts are, yeah, Lucius, you got Croc's gun, yeah, you got a look about you, maybe don't take this wrong way, yeah, but maybe you and I had similar lines of business in the past, right? Like not always doing things above board, right?
I do what you gotta do, right?
So you maybe thoughts maybe that we fake that you bringing him in. I'm here for muscle, yeah. Sylvan, you with the ship. Thoughts are maybe you you coming out with us because you got hit in the last encounter as our engineer, need help. And if we wanted to, we maybe send a message in a way that if Mika got her ears on and she knows that it's not exactly like it seems, yeah? So what do we think? Ulysses, you okay being in cuffs for once?
Well, it would be different, but anything for the cause at this point.
How about you, Sylvan? Anything for the cause?
If we must.
Cool. That's gonna suck when we get closer because it's gotta look real. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah. So then, so I don't screw this up being in character as we go with it. So fake the vial, right? That gives us Ulysses, one in his head, and one real vial. So we have 2 real vials and 1 faked vial, which should be not enough for what they need, but enough to pass any sniff tests we get across. We have Lucius with a reason to be there because he's delivering Ulysses. I'm there as muscle, so it makes sense as to why someone heavily armed comes in with that, right? And we get Sylvan off into the ship as an injury. Sylvan, for this part, you be playing the part of Pamu, yeah? Which I know you don't look like a Pamu, but I have to work for now. And then when we get close to the other 2 wraiths, when we get close, yeah, explain. We're not on the registers because we're unexpected delivery from oh shit, what's the name of that group?
WHI?
Not WHI, the Sept.
Oh, Aldemont.
Sept Aldemont.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Aldemont.
unexpected but expected delivery from the Altamonts. Yeah, got 3 vials inbound. With that, we was jumped by pirates, yeah, and our engineer, Pamu, was hit in the exchange and needs medical attention. So Pamu should get Mika's attention, especially an engineer named Pamu should get Mika's attention, should she be able to listen. It's a long shot, but worst case, doors open, we open fire and just go from there.
I don't like this.
You don't like anything.
I know. Listen, I really don't like this, though. What if
You're really not gonna like this next part.
you're in a bowl outside of the ship? Do you know? I'm looking at the cockpit right now. There's a button here that lets me let go of it. I could do that, but I won't.
You know, bringing up the croc and all. You don't want me to bring up any more about that day, do you?
No, I do not. Thank you, Lucius. Well then, let's get started. I imagine I can just put this in autopilot at this point and kind of let Warlock kind of take over since we're not in immediate danger.
You also have 2 wraiths on board that are that are there to do exactly that, to kind of take over control of the ship whenever you wish to disembark.
I will gladly have one of the wraiths then take over piloting for a moment, and then I'll head in with Sylvan, and we'll start doing the Lorium fakes while we inbound.
Yes, I should come in too, right?
Oh no, you can certainly stay out there if you'd like. I mean, who knows if we get jumped by this? You might be able to throw magic out there.
Well, if I'm bringing you in.
Oh, well, no, that's true. Yes, please feel free to come in.
After I come in, I would join up with you. And they're never gonna believe you gave up that vial willingly.
I've already lost a hand. What do you want from me?
Well, speaking of a hand, I'm gonna have to hit you.
Oh, why? What? Why?
Now they might believe it.
Oh, and you see like the gel, right? Like the gel under the metal plating is just now forming a large pool of like oil slick black eye underneath. God, you hit hard.
Oh, even better than before.
I know. Are those hydraulics in your arms? Jesus.
No. The glowing Astra flexing his cabling.
Oh, aren't you special? I'm gonna go sit down and hopefully have a memory after that. Jeez.
I told you we're gonna like the next part.
All right. So, as Sylvan is going to sound like get started on making the copy or the splice of the memory. Again, you're kind of having to make do with a reader, if you will, an editing piece of equipment that is not quite as cutting edge as the Lorian vials themselves. So you're kind of having to do what you're used to doing, kind of rigging your way around some of the subsystems and things like that to try to make it copacetic. But hopefully it's going to be enough to do a good enough job that on closer inspection it's not going to come across as fraudulent. So I'm going to get another tech roll from you.
$18 or $21.
Okay. All right. So you do a good job, especially given the fact that you're limited in the equipment that you have. You're limited in the time that you have. You're doing this in space. It's definitely not the place that you would have preferred to perform this type of procedure, but you're pretty confident that most people, this will probably pass inspection with. Just depends on the sophistication of their like scanning software, basically. But about the time that Sylvan is kind of dealing with that, the sconce in the one of you or multiples of you are kind of called up to the bridge, because on the sconce at the bridge there is a figure who appears, and the voice kind of calls out from the sconce. This is WHI Station 1138, hailing vessel Ajax. We have you on approach, but this is a restricted area, and if you could please state your business.
Who should answer? I guess this is me speaking to the group out of character. Kahiti should probably be
because
the
you're
one.
a prisoner right now.
Because right now I have to play prisoner part, so I won't be
Yeah.
the one to answer.
You're muted.
Joking. Yeah, it's totally beat. So the 8 intelligence, huh? So it's like, yeah.
You got this, buddy. You're good.
All right. So they're just hailing, right? Not a pre-recorded thing.
Yes, it seems like it's live.
All right then. We have 2 other wraiths on board, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna look at one of the guys and be like, "Yeah, sorry, man, it's gonna suck for you," and because I'm gonna have to basically knock him out on that one in a minute. Fuck. All right, yeah. So this is no big deal. What's our ship's name? Did we name it, by the way? Do we have a
The
call
Ajax.
sign? Ajax.
The
Mhm.
Ajax, yeah.
At least that's what it is on the register.
That's what he called it. So I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna fumble around. So I'm gonna fumble around and turn. I'm assuming these are video things, or are they just because it's a guy on a screen I see, right?
Yeah, you can see him, but you know that you would have to basically accept or allow for him to be able to see you back. He can hear you whenever you switch the comms.
It's a
on and
collect
whatnot.
Skype call. Okay, it's a collect Skype call.
Effectively.
Yep,
Yeah. Do
no,
you accept the charges?
Yeah, clearing everybody else out around them there, right? So that they're not in the view. And I want to turn the video on first, and then just like a minute ago with my own mic, fumble
Okay.
fuck my way around to get the audio on, because I'm trying to make it seem like I'm not supposed to be up there
Okay.
as much. On that,
Okay.
and then as soon as I get it on, I'll be like halfway through the conversation. HI station 113A. Yeah, this is Ajax coming in. Oh man, thank God we found you. Yeah, so we're supposed to be coming this way, dropping off prisoner transports, but got jumped by pilot. Our pilots got jumped by pirates. Not too many click back. Yeah, and some people be injured. Our engineer Pommel is down, and our cabinet ship, he's no good, man. Did not go well. Took everything we could to run out, but we supposed to find you, and now hopefully we get fixed back up. And then like, so now you talk now, yeah, and then hitting buttons and muting myself and waiting for him to respond.
Perfect. Okay, so first, before we go much deeper, I would like to get a deception
Fuck.
roll from you, please. It is charisma based.
Oh yeah, well, that's not horrible.
You could do
It's
it.
not horrible. 16.
Okay.
So 15 on the die, and I think I only add the 1 for it for my charisma modifier. So
All right. You know, he's kind of watching you fumble. It's difficult to see much of his face. He's got kind of this, you know, this underlighting beneath his hood. It kind of bathes him in this kind of whitish blue kind of light.
Copy that, Ajax. You were set upon by pirates, and you were due for a prisoner transfer?
as far as I know, yeah, we got hired out to bring some thing, I guess, guy, yeah, and a couple, you know, box full of shiny violet things. Yeah, we're supposed to drop them off. Captain knew what was going on, but Captain, he smoked. Yeah, so don't know. We had 2 choices. Yeah, die out there or try to see what happens here. So we figure complete the mission, maybe get paid.
I'm not seeing anything here on the docket for prisoner transfer. I'm going to put you in a holding pattern. I'm going to pass this up the chain and see if I can't get an answer on this. Hang tight, Ajax.
Yeah, well, what else we gonna do? Yeah.
And then the radio goes quiet and the sconce goes dark.
Yeah, so good chance we fucked, right? So
What was that? Why are we? Why are we, as you say, fucked?
I
Not
should
yet,
have been
we'll
the
see.
captain for sure.
no, yeah, we'll see what happens. If we're really lucky, Mika's ears are out there. If we're not,
Hey Sylvan, can you do something to make it look like we're running hot or something out there?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. We can vent some fuel.
yeah, vent, sparks, whatever, man. Make us look fucked up at the moment.
We'll do.
And I'm gonna look to the other 2 and be like, so somebody gotta be the captain. Who wants a nap? And then see if we can, and then essentially, I think, sadly, you can revive these guys, right? There, Sylvan.
I'm an engineer, not a doctor.
I've been in.
Damn it, Jim. Damn it, Kahiti.
Let me see what I can do, and I'll try and do non-lethal damage.
I was just gonna actually like choke him out, like knock him out, but
Yeah.
if we can make him look dead or whatever. We don't need to do that yet. It's just if we get close.
I mean,
I don't really want to take down extra guns if we don't need to.
I'm no doctor, but sure, I could find a way to start a heart some way. Sure.
And then I think, did we take any damage in that fight at all?
I don't think so. They fired upon you, but it was at a very great
Disadvantage
distance.
rate. Yep. So we took no real damage, and we escaped.
I think I did from
I
using
think
the
you did
wand.
because you were in the
person.
ball. Yeah, you were
Probably
in-
from
you were
using
in
the wand system. Yeah.
I think on that Astra table, I took some
Oh,
damage.
you took
Yeah.
some damage from the Astra table, though. Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
Um,
So I think
What
we
is
just
everybody's passive perception, real quick?
11. 11. Yeah.
Okay.
Also 11.
Okay.
Where is your passive perception listed?
It's down there near your wisdom. If you look at if you're on the Harbinger character sheet.
Oh yeah, I don't have
go to
my
wisdom.
passive on there. My
So-
modifier is 0, so
Okay, so it's a
I'm
10.
sure
It's
you should
10
10.
plus
Baseline of
whatever
10,
your it's 10 plus whatever your perception bonus is.
yeah. So I'm gonna apologize to one of the other Wraith guys. Non-lethal damage intention, definitely not wearing the Dragoon armor. And on the bridge, I'm gonna find something nice and solid. And because the story I think Kahiti's going with is we lost the captain, who will be whoever this person is, who will be playing dead for a while or unconscious at a minimum, unconscious, let's say, due to evasive maneuvers. Since we don't have external damage, due to evasive maneuvers and just like anything else, right, getting thrown aside. And so gonna be like, hey, sorry about this, and just smash the dude. Like I'm gonna hit his head against the thing so it's realistic when we get boarded. And he should understand, I would think, I hope. But knock him out by doing that. Just look at the other one and be like,
Yeah, the other one kind of looks at you and looks at him. And he says, "For the family, yeah."
Yeah. So when he wakes, like, don't wake him up until they get here. None of us are doctors, right? So we thought he smoked. Play along, maybe we all live. I tell him I'm sorry, and we give him some extra credits. He'd be fine. Glint be fine.
He says, maybe, boss, but he kind of points to a nearby panel of buttons and lights and switches. And kind of, if you look that direction, you notice that there's a small green light that is blinking. And if you head over to where this panel is, or you know what this light might mean, you realize that it is an indication that a nearby weapon system has been brought online and that you are targeted.
Okay. So that's not good. Not bad yet either, right? We ain't been shot at, and targeted doesn't mean destroyed. So if we fly, we die. If we go hot, we die. Yeah, Ulysses, why don't you bring me 2 of those? Bring me the vials, the real vials, yeah?
Yes, sure. And he'll bring the two vials we intend to keep real, and then the one that we'll make a copy of.
And then I'm gonna bring Ulysses on the bridge in cuffs. Yeah.
This is
Go on that
I want you to know, I want all of you to know, this is the most humiliating portion of my life.
But it may also be the last few minutes of it. So either way, and then look hurt and like near dead if you can in a corner here, keeping you in the back of the field. And then I'm gonna hail back out to the WHI station 1138. Yeah.
It takes a moment. Oh,
Yep.
sorry. Go ahead.
Do you need any help with looking hurt or near dead?
No, I think I can achieve that. Thank you, Lucius. But sure, why not? One more punch for good measure. You can see like the eye socket is just full black now.
Oh. And then you look like you're gonna hit in the face, but he hits you in the gut instead.
Okay. That'll rock a ribcage.
Okay, as you slug him, Lucius, and you turn around and maybe give Kahiti kind of like a yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a long time, kind of nod and a smile. Out over Kahiti's shoulder, you can see through the windscreen, or I guess it wouldn't be called a windscreen, whatever it would be called, the glass, that forms the front of the bridge that looks out into visible space. You see a bright flash of light that catches your attention. A brilliant, like, multicolored rainbow of like circles kind of appears and then fades as it leaves a ship behind in its wake when it disappears. That ship is kind of near the station and pointed more or less in your direction, hovering
so
there
a
like a
ship-
bird of prey.
A ship has come out, like it's going to escort us or attack us.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it came from the station. It kind of appeared almost like out of the ether.
Like something jumping in more than jumping out.
Yeah, very
Okay.
very much like that. Although, again, like faster than light travel is not really
A thing. Yeah.
like a common thing.
Not a ship we recognize, right?
Anybody that wants to try could roll a lore, see if they recognize it, perhaps.
That's not going to do it.
Okay.
But I am still hailing them because we're still targeted, right?
Yes, that green light is still blinking.
Okay. I got a 19 on the die.
A 19. Okay. So I will leave this up to you, Chad, to explain exactly how it is or why that Ulysses recognizes this ship by its name. It is known as the Chimera, and it is captained by a woman who is known as Teresa the Impaler Zim.
Quick question, Jeremy. Do I know if they're affiliated with WHI? Do I know if they're affiliated with Aldemont? Do I know any other,
So
like,
the Chimera is a pretty well-appointed military vessel. While the wand technology on your boat is very, like, bleeding cutting edge, this ship does not have stuff that is on par with wand system, but it has its own things that are definitely military grade. Teresa herself has a reputation for not having a lot of scruples that Glint can't overcome. So her working for a sept or for a corporation as big as WHI wouldn't be surprising to you at all.
oh dear. Well, as he's got like this messed up eye now, and hurting, he kind of like falls back in one of the chairs. Oh dear. I don't know if this is part of it, but I know that ship. I know the captain of that ship. She, I don't know if you're familiar, Katie, with Tourism. I don't know if you've run in the same circles. They called her, back when I used to run for the police officially, they called her the Impaler. Not good news. Not good news at all. That ship is called the Chimera. I don't remember from the reports what she has on board, but the fact that she just jumped here out of nowhere, that means that she's been doing some work for a while. Or she's being funded by an extremely wealthy group. We're not talking to those people, and he points to the station, anymore. I would be very worried about a quite literal wolf in the vast of the void.
Well, we'll put that then on number 2 things to worry about. And maybe we get lucky, we steal the ship on the way out, huh? It's got to think the positive.
The fact that you're smiling right now is disturbing. Maybe I don't understand human behavior entirely as well as I thought I did.
Yeah, so, sometimes you just got to face things as they come, see how it goes. Besides, got to put on a happy face in case they answer the call.
Right. And he'll begrudgingly just sit as a prisoner, wait for that ball to drop then.
Okay.
Speaking of balls dropping, should I get moving towards the wand now? Looks like things might have changed.
My plans may have changed. I would move towards the wand, but I wouldn't get in it because it takes a full action for you to get in and out. So
Wand is access from the bridge or not?
He's got to go to the back of
No.
the ship. It's near
Yeah.
the
Back of the ship. Yeah. Then I'd go back then, yeah. And then
just wait for hostilities and then jump in.
yeah, so sorry, Ulysses then. And so I'll have like one meat hook basically around, like sort of holding Ulysses there.
Just choke slam style, just ready to
Sort of like from the back of the neck, but like
yeah. Oh, okay,
you're
like
not-
a
yeah.
ragged dog. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can, even without the suit, I can hoist you up without much issue at that point. And so just be sort of holding him there and then hitting the other buttons with that thing, waiting for this thing to come on.
So you hit the
To
button
see if I can get the station back.
exactly to rehail the station. And it's one of those like awkward amounts of time that passes, like when you've called somebody and it's rung enough times where you're like, I don't think they're gonna answer. When finally there is an answer, but it is not the same hooded, frocked individual that you saw before. Now before you stands a rather imposing looking woman who has a helmet kind of tucked under her arm. And she kind of begins replying somewhat like offhandedly. Vessel Ajax, this is the Chimera. My name is Captain Teresa Zim. You have been put on notice by the space station 1138. Turn around now, or we will obliterate. Holy shit. Is that Ulysses?
I don't really catch his name. Yeah, we're supposed to drop this thing and these, and I hold up the 2 vials. We were supposed to bring them to the station. Yeah, Captain took a header doing evasive maneuvers, and we kind of fucked out in the void. Yeah, so you're saying don't approach shit? Yeah, whatever. Yo, don't want to die is all I'm saying. I'd like to get paid. I'd like to drop this shit off. Right? I got an engineer down, and I got, skeleton crew to begin with. How I put this nicely there, Captain. We don't tend to take jobs that people want on the records, yeah? So I'm not surprised we're not on the station register, because, we tend to bring things in that don't need to be seen.
She kind of has this kind of wicked, uneven smile. One side of her mouth kind of curls up a little higher than the other and reveals what looks like some of maybe her teeth. Look like they have a glow to them, almost like they're flowing with Astra. She kind of shakes her head. She says, "Hold on. Who's running this show?" Okay. She says, "Well, there's not much that I can do as far as getting you onto the station. But if you turn your prisoner over to me, maybe I can put in a good word for you. Ulysses and I have some unfinished business."
Hello there, Teresa. Clearly you can see I've been beat to shit. I don't really have much of a fight left. So, hooray for me, I guess.
Well, good. I like easy prey. And besides, like I
Fuck
said,
you.
we have unfinished business. You clapped me in irons whenever I didn't have much fight left in me either, if I remember it right. You made my last stay in Chrome City pretty shitty.
Yes, I remember that.
It's good to see that you finally crossed the line of the law.
Well, it's only a matter of time, right?
So, you say you maybe take him, and then we see what happens from there. Yeah, it's a two-part job. He's part of the deal, but I guess if you know them and you got him, as long as we give them the other side, maybe they still honor. Let us get repair before we take off. So, and then real quick, I'm assuming we're facing the station. I'm gonna, as we're sort of drifting, I want to turn the ship, or have the other wraith turn the ship so that we're port to the station, essentially, to be like, yeah, if you want to come on and pick this thing up, that's fine by me. Yeah, as long as I don't mind. I'm just trying to get home, right? So once you come in, port side, we can dock up on Starvo. It's been damaged in a fight. So I'm trying to put them between us and the station, like her ship between our ship and the station.
Okay.
So that whatever's locked onto us would have to go through hers to hit us in this. And then basically, we ain't got no shields up, nothing. It's all you. Come in, dock on the side, we let you through.
She kind of looks the two of you over, her eyes kind of settling on Ulysses for a long moment. She nods. She then kind of runs her tongue kind of over the front of her teeth. Something about this stinks. But you know what? It's just too damn good of an offer to pass up. All right. I'll come and collect your garbage.
All right, then. Kill the video with that. Push Ulysses a little bit and kill the video. I want to see if we can sell a little bit, and then kill the video and audio and go down to wherever they would be coming in. And
What the hell was that?
options. Like, we're probably not going to actually give her to you or you to her. It's probably not going to happen.
Do you know what you just did?
Yeah, I bought us time and put a shield between us and them.
I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man.
Ulysses, we've been a
No,
dead man
no.
since we left. It makes it a lot easier, man. If you just assume that we all going to be dead, then this is just a Tuesday.
I can't. I'm broken. Thank you. Ulysses. No. I will remain steadfast. We are getting on that ship, one way or another. We're getting on that ship, and if that means that I have to be near that woman one more time, I will do it. I have to.
Yeah. So,
Besides,
who is she exactly? Yeah. So she seemed pissed at you.
So Teresa was a wanted bounty hunter for Chrome City. Not necessarily from Chrome City, but she was captured in Chrome City on my watch when I worked for the police academy. And now she holds it against me every time we see each other. She's a free and powerful entity out in the space of... And now I suppose she wants a revenge, so that's nice. I didn't think I'd see her ever again. I hadn't heard reports of her being near Chrome City in a long time.
Oh, I mean, there's 4 of us, right? One of her plus an entire
Yes.
ship full of people.
Do you want to know why they call her the Impaler? I can give you a lowdown on that. She was notorious for taking her victims by force and quite literally draining them of Astra. There's a reason why her teeth were augmented.
She bites like handcuffs. What's not to like?
Just this slow turn of a head.
Can we give her some bad Astra?
I want to give her some bad Astra.
I'm going to die today. Yep, I'm going to die.
I said we already did. It don't matter now.
Oh, yeah, no,
So,
I'm going to-
we should probably get your cuffs loose enough you could slip them off, though.
No,
That might help.
no. Keep them on.
Mm.
No, here's why. And he'll just detach the hand from the... I can slip out whenever I like.
Oh, good. Yeah. So, and then I'm
And
going to
he'll
take...
put the hand right back on.
And then take the busted up dude down to the bay, because he's gonna play whoever we need him to play at this point as fucked up. Sylvan, why don't you stay out of sight, and maybe if we can lock our ship down once she gets on, might help us. And if we can lock them to us, that might be good too. Don't know if that's possible. And Lucius, this sounds like a lady you might like. Yeah, sounds like you guys could chat about things like Astra addiction and not liking Ulysses and shit like that. Like, that might be good.
We already got things in common.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to say you have to hook up, but like, if you could buy us some time, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Maybe I could impale her.
Whatever you're into, yeah. So that, and then
Definitely
I don't
doesn't
think
sound like that's her typical arrangement there, Lucius.
Then
Broadening your horizons.
But I don't think we're gonna have time for me to suit up, probably. So carbonic it is for this one.
No. I would, if you've got time, you can go ahead and do that, and then I'll just be here.
It takes a solid 10 minutes, and I'm doubting the Ajax is large enough for me to go running through it in Dragoon armor, since it raises me up one size.
Oh yes, no, you're right. Mm.
So what can we do in the time that we got? Yeah, so Lucius, I'm hoping you can entertain the young lady in some way.
If not, maybe TikTok's rifle here might do the job.
Yeah, works for me. How much you think you're worth to her, Ulysses?
Oh, she knows what if she knows what I'm carrying. You know how much glint we stole from that lady?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad, yes. No, the vials we carry would pay the same sum again. So
Works
they got
for me then.
Yeah.
So I'll say 1 million glint each, 1 mil glint each, one for each vial, one for you. That might slow her down. Let's see how it goes.
You can see that Ulysses is doing all of the math and all of the enumerations in his head of like the success rate of the possibilities that this will be. And the more and more he thinks about it, the more and more the slice of pie goes down more and more. Yes, I'm really hoping that things go well.
All right. So I think maybe we'll go ahead and take our break now. It looks like Glenn got a head start. So I think we'll just go ahead and do that now. We'll just take a 10-minute. Go to the bathroom, refill your drinks, kiss your spouse, smoke if you got them, etc., etc. Yeah, and then we'll get to what we have on the back half of tonight's episode and see exactly how that's going to pan out for our intrepid heroes.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to possibly die tonight. Yeah, let's do it.
It's a very real possibility. So sit tight, and we will be right back. Welcome back, Harbinger fans. We are here with the second part of Session 7 of the Trickle Down Trilogy. ... Pause for emphasis. Yeah, things are looking like they could be bleak. Maybe at least a little bit of a dire pickle, if you will. Just outside of the space station, the Ajax now floats in a holding pattern above the moon of Sibylla. And the Chimera is currently using its boosters to slowly make its way over towards the Ajax, where, allegedly, at least, under the ruse of handing over a prisoner, Ulysses is about to be placed directly into the clutches of none other than Captain Teresa Zim, who's also known as the Impaler. So, before there is a meetup, is there anything that you four would like to try to accomplish in the shrinking time that you have left?
How much time do we have left, do we think?
Minutes.
Okay. So, I don't think I can don and do all that stuff armor-wise, so I'm a little less effective for me on that one. So, quick question though, I guess. Do we try to leverage the information we have, right? Like, we've been playing dumb-ish, which is fine. We can also play off playing dumb as like, we're not telling some dipshit on the radio what we're bringing on this station, right? When we could say we have all three pieces that they're looking for, right? So we're not going to tell that to fucking Johnny Radioman comms officer dipshit, right? We're going to get the right people involved. Now, she could be the right people, or she could know fuck all about it, right? And so do we basically say like, look, we know what we have. We're trying to get you on to turn you on to do that bullshit with it to try to save you. Because like at the same time, if we say the Ulysses, you're the last piece of that. If you've got the last vial in you, right, tied to you, she can't fuck with you. Or guns a-blazing, smoke show, try to take over her and her ship. Her ship about the same size as ours or bigger? It's like a full-on warship.
Bigger. Yeah, you guys are a medium hauler, technically. They are a large gunship. So they are bigger.
Okay, so is there a check I can do to see what, like, if I know what that crew of that would be?
Yeah, I would say so. You can make I guess it would probably be a tech roll, but you can have advantage because you're Voidborn. And it's a void ship, so.
Still not going to be great, I don't think. 14.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you probably don't know everything that it could possibly be packing as far as ordnance.
I'm more interested in crew size, right?
Oh, right.
And
okay.
Is this big enough to have like, does it have workers and like professionals, or is it like all military? Like, is everybody on board this crew know exactly what they're doing as far as like they're all, is it soldiers first, crew second, or soldiers first, crew non-existent? Or is it like there's the people who take it around and then there's the people who just clean the shitters, like what is it
right.
that we have?
So you said you had 14? Yeah. Okay. So you know that it would have to take a crew of probably around 6 to operate this. The one piece of like specific information that you do know about this type of military vessel, this type of gunship, is that there are 2 pilots that work in tandem with one another. And that isn't like pilot co-pilot. It's more akin to the way that the Pacific Rim mechs work. where they almost kind of like link together, like in a neural link, and they fly the ship together. This makes the ship pretty beastly in a fight, and you know that kind of training isn't something that comes cheap. So at the very least, the pilot, the two pilots are probably military. The rest of the crew likely is as well. This is a well-funded ship. If they are in fact working for Wyrm Hole Industries, chances are they're very well paid. So as far as the rest of what the ship might be able to hold, it's got enough room for probably another half dozen people to kind of hitch a ride. Whether those are, Marines, armed soldiers that are waiting for boarding action type stuff. It's hard to tell.
So probably between 6 and 12 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so before they come in here, yeah, Ulysses, you're right. You probably are dead. We probably dead too, right? Because we smoked them in the air. Well, smoked them into the void. And the station knows something's wrong. And we're fucked. We can't fly their ship. So we just pull off past them and fly onto the station. We're made and we're fucked. To me, best chance. I don't know how we do this. So Lucius, I hope you're fucking real charming. Right. Best way to do it is to get her to take us all on the station. Right. And maybe she's the big dog bringing in a nice treat. And we just ride along trying to get those scraps off the table until we decide to flip on them. Yeah. But maybe, fuck, I don't want to do this, Ulysses, because I do not want to see you dead necessarily yet. I mean, at all. You got kids and shit, right? That's not cool. Yeah, I should say that. But we maybe I'm thinking if we can get her to buy off on taking Ulysses in, if we give her the story and let her take Ulysses and we take the vials so that we each have a piece of the pie, right? Then we can get on the station. But Ulysses, that means you may have to get on that ship with her. And I don't know if I would do that alone or if we send somebody else over there, but splitting any of us up just seems like a bad day.
Well, I've done the calculations and we're already at 23% success. No matter what we do at this point.
Better than I thought, to be honest with you.
There is a chance. There is a chance.
I usually work with 0%.
You're also insane, Lucius.
You know,
do you
that's
deny
what
it?
An insane man would say.
0% chance of success is something an insane man would say. Yes, it is.
I'm not crazy. You all are.
Again, I've proven my point.
Lucius.
Yes.
So, Lucius, you got any of that, whatever it is, that fade or whatever it is that you guys do?
Oh, I'm sure we have some. Do I want to do
What
it
is that
again?
supposed to mean?
So my thoughts are, if we're really lucky, yeah, and Lucius doesn't go full crock on
You
this
mean
shit.
doesn't explode? Yes.
No, I mean this doesn't kill the first person, like doesn't kill her outright right off the bat, right?
You're right, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Then my thoughts are that bubble on the back of the ship isn't gonna do shit for us right now.
Not at the moment.
And so maybe you two go with her and we limp along playing the kick dog, just trying to get what we need out of it, right? Trade the vials for ship repairs and to get Sylvan seen by Doc, yeah, even though Sylvan, you don't, play concussed if you can. To me, number one priority.
Oh, I thought you were gonna shoot me, so concussed is good.
I can shoot you. It's fine by me. I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say nobody has to punch Sylvan to play along. I see.
Look, the other guy is convincing. I mean, shit, I'll punch you in the face, Sylvan. That's fine by me. But I figure it's a chance, right? But I got too honest to face, obviously. So who here is good at bullshit? As I look at Lucius, like,
there's two thuds, like kaboom, kaboom, kind of on the port side of the ship. If you happen to look out a window, you can see that there have been two grav magnets that have been attached to the hull of your ship, and they are tethered with yellow Astra to the Chimera, which is pulled up. And you can see that there is a door that is opened in the starboard side of their ship, and there are 3 individuals in spacewalking suits that are floating their way towards your hatch.
Towards the airlock?
One of them, yeah, towards the airlock. One of them does appear to be Captain Zim.
Cool, yeah. So someone put on some coffee.
I was born in a toilet, so let's see.
Shooter.
It's an option. I don't know if we're there yet. Maybe a shooter on the way back. Yeah, so Ulysses, you with me. Sylvan, stay at the ship's controls to see if you can if shit goes sideways, whatever we can do, right?
Sylvan, if there's a way, which I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure they're going to have some sort of shields, other things, and I don't know exactly what the capabilities of our hauler are. But if you and the Warlock can work something out, that ship, I don't know how it's manned, but if you can mess with their flight controls, perhaps we can get an upper hand on them. If they can't fly, they can't aim.
What's the play, though? Are we going to try to take them out here or let them lead us in?
I'm just saying if things go south, I'm making a backup plan in case the negotiations go south.
Gotcha, yeah. It's a good call.
The light above the airlock door illuminates, blinking, indicating that the exterior, effectively doorbell, if you will, has been activated.
So I'm going to walk up to punch them into the first airlock section, right? Obviously, they can handle the void, so it's not like I can space them without them knowing it, right, or pull their air out. Ulysses hopefully is down there. Ulysses is with us in that area. Back towards the back, though, I want to put some distance between the two, and probably, no offense, Ulysses, probably trip him as I go by, like sort of get him down and put Lucius on him. Like, it's a bad day to be Ulysses, right? Look, all epics seem to fuck with Ulysses, but you'll come out fine, right? If I've read anything on this shit.
That's a great reference.
And then I guess, yeah, be waiting there to basically equalize and open up for her on that one.
All right, so it sounds like, for the time being at least, that Sylvan is in the bridge with maybe the other Wraith, the one that's still conscious. And then here in the airlock receiver bay, or whatever that's called, we have Kahiti, Lucius, and the unconscious Wraith, posing as potentially captain or something else, and Ulysses shackled and now kind of seated on the floor.
Yep. So thoughts are, I want them in, right? And then to shut the airlock back behind him again, right? Ulysses is not, although he is metal, whatever you guys call you guys,
Forgeborn.
Forgeborn. So I don't think he needs to suit up necessarily, right? But I do, so I'm not dying. So I'm going to make sure I shut both hatches behind him, right? Standard redundancy, standard op procedure. My goal is to engage them in conversation, get them to take their helmets off, whatever, to talk, right? And be between them and not blocking their exit, but being at those controls, right? So they'd have to go through me, but have that conversation where it's basically them splitting their attention between Lucius, the prize, and myself in conversation.
All right.
And then we're on comms with Sylvan, and I think, Ulysses, if you're muttering to yourself, but be muttering to Sylvan, like keep your comm open, and if shit goes sideways, you're the liaison to them, because we're not going to be talking to him.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, so welcome aboard, yeah.
Door opens, and in strolls, helmet on in this case, in strolls Teresa Zim. Behind her, almost flanking, on either side, kind of, V formation, if you will, flying duck style, move into the room beyond. The two individuals that you see behind her are likewise armored, helmeted up. They do have Astra rifles that they are carrying, that they are holding out, just kind of held at the ready, down in front of them. And Zim comes in and immediately removes her helmet whenever she sees that, the air pressure and everything in here is fine. She smiles kind of in the direction of Ulysses again, with that kind of snarl showing those teeth. Well. About time all your bullshit caught up to you, Ulysses. I'm just so pleased that I could be the one that gets to scrape you off at the bottom of the boot of the world.
Yeah, so on that, and I'm not at all against any of that. I don't like this cargo, yeah. Looking at him, but Captain Zim, I think is what he said he was. I don't know. He's been I apologize. He's not in the best state at the moment. He's talked a little bit and has been corrected for some behaviors on the flight. But I'm totally like, look, I guess in light of anything else now, I'm captain of the Ajax, which is not the best situation to be in. But here's the thing, right? We couldn't really be super forthright on open comms. But a while back, me and my boys back in Chrome City got hired up to do a job. We do a job supposed to snag this fool, pointing at Ulysses, and grab some vials. Keep the Seps happy, make some glint on the back end. That goes south, shit went sideways. We got paid and then told we supposed to smuggle this fool and these things quiet like to this station because they need him and whatever's on these for some shit they doing. I don't care. It's been a fucking shit trip, yeah. We've been jumped by asshole pirates. I've got the captain fucking, I think, dead, right? And my engineer's fucked up, right? I want to get paid and get back out there to moving product and making fucking money. So here we are, right? If you can take him and help us out, fucking works for me. But I think they need him at least able to transfer information. I wouldn't say alive. She's not Voidborn, or she's not Forgeborn, right?
No, she is not.
Right, like shit bio. I wouldn't say breathing, yeah. But They need him to be able to at least transfer until they're done. Maybe you get him after. It sounds like this shit's personal.
Well, personal. What sounds personal is your long fucking list of problems. But
Yeah, they are kind of. I mean, not to
chiefly,
be a dick, but
at the top of them is my name written in bold fucking print. So, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take this piece of shit off your hands. He's not worth much, but I'll give you some glint so that you can... whatever it is that you do. We've already scanned your ship. There's no damage, so your story about getting jumped by pirates, I don't know if it really checks out, but I don't really fucking care, to tell you the truth. I want him. Well, I wanted him. That was until you just happened to mention the Lorium vials as well. Now, WHI doesn't exactly know that I know this, but yeah, I have my methods. Word on the street is that they've been looking for these vials for some time now, and they're willing to pay through the fucking teeth for them. So, sounds like I'm gonna go ahead and take these vials and the pile of dog shit over there, and maybe we'll let you turn around and limp back to wherever it is, whatever hole it is that you crawled out of. How does that sound?
yeah, I'll be honest, that doesn't sound real good. But at the same
Mm.
time, right, WHI does know that we have the vials and does know that he's part of it, yeah. And since you just let me know that they didn't send you to come get them, then it seems to me that if something happens to you, they're not going to care. Right? And I
Oh,
realize
please
that,
tell me
you
you're
know,
gonna be that stupid.
look, I've been dumb in a lot of things before, and I'm raising my arm up. So if she's been in the void long enough, she should be able to see a fucking massive chevrons down my arm
Sure.
from the last meeting. It's like, I haven't been the smartest in the past, and I've been dumb before. I'll be dumb again. I'm here to get paid and to get fixed. I don't want to do anything, but if you were going to come all hot and pissed off, you probably should have brought more than 2 people with you.
She kind of looks at you for the first time, really, Kahidi. You know, the most of the time that she's been on board, she's been boring holes through Ulysses. She did happen to tear her eyes away long enough to inspect the Lorian vials that you were indicating. But now, for the first time, she really does kind of take you in and look at you. All right, Mr. Fancy Pants. You got a counteroffer? Because, I mean, yeah, you think I only brought 2 people. I'm pretty sure the 3 of us could probably clean this room of your trash. But, just in case we don't, the Chimera is parked right outside your door.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. Chimera's out by my door. Both your pilots are sitting there all happy and can be. I'm sure you maybe got 8 more people on board that ship ready to come fly over here through the void where they're wide open in between, right? And you got to break away before you can get a shot on us, which you got a crazy cool ship. Don't get me wrong. That shit where you popped in, that's fucking impressive. Like, I'm impressed. As a smuggler, especially so. But here's
We're
what
not
I
going to
want.
want to do anything with her on our ship.
Right, you got to get back across, which you could do that over our dead bodies. Yeah, for sure. That's no problem. That shit works. Maybe both of you, maybe all 3 of you get out. Maybe not. I propose, because I like money and I like, living for the most part, that we go by what I said. Look, I'm not trying to fuck up your shit with him. I don't care. Like, I don't care. You say he's a cop from the city you run into before. I know he's a cop from the city, yeah, because I've run into him before. This was not an unpleasant situation to be in with him for us, but you got some personal shit. Cool. I don't care. I want glint, the real glint that I'm going to get from this, and I want to get this ship fixed because the ship has to get me back, yeah? So my counter proposal is you take him over, you get to play the hero. Look what I brought you, bringing you this shit. All I want to do is hold on to vials so I have a little insurance. We follow you in, limped as can be, drop off the shit, get paid. You're in good with them. We're just some jackasses who happen to fucking help you out with that. We get paid, you go on your way. That's all I fucking care about.
All right. Kahiti. Roll me a persuasion roll, please. Or is it still called persuasion in the
Well, there's
Harbinger?
I've got deception, diplomacy, and intimidation.
Okay, so it'll be diplomacy. Sorry.
Oh shit! I actually have proficiency with both diplomacy. Woohoo!
Nice.
It does. We'll see. We'll see how nice it is. My dice have not been friendly tonight. That is not horrible. So that should be charisma modifier, and that should be a 16.
Okay. You lay this all out, this counter proposal. She crosses her arms kind of across her chest. You can hear like her helmet kind of in one of her hands kind of tapping against the side of her armor, and she's kind of contemplating this.
I think Kahiti is honestly bored. Like, not like he's not. He's just he's not bored. He's in a situation where he's like what I was trying to express in that is this particular situation is not common, but these kinds of situations are not uncommon for his life. Right.
Yeah,
and so
the dick measuring contest and the back and forth about threats, and yeah, for sure.
So he's totally just at the point where, like, you know, my hand's sitting here on the axe or whatever in a non-threatening way at this point. But it's just, I'm basically giving her a look. It's like, this is your dance card. You figure out how you want to do it. Right? Like, you probably will win. Sure. But it's not going to be fun, and it's not going to be easy. And there's no saying that I don't just go fucking smoke Ulysses out of spite, right? To piss you off in the entire ordeal anyways. Right? Or you placate somebody who's not in the same situation, right? But I'm just like, you know, shit's gonna be, as I said, it's Tuesday.
Right. And she's, again, being Voidborn, like, this is not a situation she's unused to, you know, especially being, you know, like a position, a woman who's in position of power. She's not used to, or she is used to being second guessed by a lot of people out here in the black. So none of that seems to really be bothering her. But as she's contemplating this, you see her eye the extremely expensive hardware that Lucius is sporting, as well as the length of chevrons that are tattooed on your arm, Kahiti. And that definitely seems to be not intimidating her, but giving her second thoughts about how easy this might go if it goes sideways. So she contemplates it for kind of one of those agonizingly long moments of silence before she finally kind of nods. All right. We'll take you into the station. We'll let you dock. But I'm going to have more soldiers meet you, and they're going to keep a close fucking eye on you. I don't for 1 second trust this entire room of snakes.
And not to take it, don't take it personal. I don't fucking trust you either, right?
No, you shouldn't.
All right, so what? How you want to run this? You want to leave these two dipshits with me, or you want to roll with us? You want us to follow?
No. We'll leave them on board. They'll stay here. The members of the Friary are good at what they do. I trust them. Ulysses, he comes with me. And I'll go ahead and give you the glint that, well, that I think he's worth. 500K.
That's sounds amazing. I'm not gonna lie with that. We do need, like, they did specifically say they needed some shit out of his head. So if you're gonna kill him, can you kill him when we get there? I don't want to be the guy who fucks up anything they need.
Oh no, I'm not gonna kill him. She kind of looks at Ulysses with a very knowing, kind of dangerous glare. At least, not for a while.
Cool. You want him cuffed or uncuffed?
Oh, no, cuff him. It looks like he's got one shiner, but, well, she kind of like takes a step across the room, and she's going to backhand Ulysses on the other side of the face. Do you wish to try to defend against that, Ulysses? We can go to rolls if you would prefer.
Who do I want to defend against the Impaler? Do I? Morally and everything in me, yes.
I thought you might.
For the sake of the ruse, though.
Oh, okay.
I think because I care about these people in this room, right?
Sure.
Ulysses cares about Kahiti and Sylvan, and despite all of it, Lucius. He cares about these people.
Right.
He doesn't want to. If he makes a misstep right now, what is currently in motion goes to shit. So he's going to take it, but he's going to prepare for what's to come. So yeah, he'll sit there and he'll take it.
Yeah, and she backhands you with the hand that had the helmet in it. So she just clocks you upside the, I think you indicated the left side was from the first hit, so this one is on the right side of your face. Just, for a moment, you see like that digital like reset, that kind of glitchiness for just a second. Your optics have to like adjust.
Okay.
She kind of looks down at you again with those like glowing, kind of sharpened canines. I cannot believe I finally get to look down on you.
He smirks for like 10 seconds.
Astra is delicious, but this, oh man, this is going in my diary.
Oh, you can write. Bravo.
I think there's an awkward crunch in the background as like Tahiti's now eating like the freeze-dried kelp, just like popcorn.
All right. I'll transfer the funds over. When that's done, I'm taking him with me.
Yeah, these two stay with us, right?
Oh yeah. Follow me right back to Doc. And like I said, you'll have an escort with you the entire time that you're on the space station. They flagged you for whatever reason, so this is gonna be what they insist on. I don't fucking care one way or the other, honestly. Whatever the hell you're doing. But if you cause trouble and it comes back to bite me in the ass, well, then my next job is going to be to hunt down this little shitbox and kill last one of you without any remorse.
Do you want like a list of names or like?
I think we're good.
She probably couldn't write it down if she wanted to, so you're fine.
She like makes like a half-cocked like turn back towards you, Ulysses, before she kind of like pulls her hand back in. I'm gonna save.
What are you going to do to me that hasn't already been done?
Oh, I'm gonna get really inventive. Really inventive. So, why don't you go ahead?
Kids, huh?
Why don't you go ahead and check your accounts, and I think you'll find a nice little fat surprise in there, and then we can get back off of this boat.
I'll hit that thing and be like, Sylvan, how's the bank account looking? Yeah.
Whenever you look, Sylvan, you can see there has been a deposit, and it is indeed 500K.
It's there.
Works for me. Open up the outer hatch for it. I don't think he needs a suit. Yeah, so it's up to you.
No. I don't know. Do you even breathe? You know what? It's not important. I hope you do. She like
talking to Ulysses?
roughly grabs Ulysses up and like pulls him to his feet. She puts her helmet back on.
So you see that she is like, this is a very, very dangerous woman. He knows this. But also, there's this moment of taking that walk of shame, right? Even if it's a mock walk of shame, taking that walk of shame, like, is kind of like empowering to him a little bit, because it's a ruse. He knows that at some point he's going to flip and things are going to go south, and he's okay with this. He's made his choice with it. So, isn't it interesting? I put you away numerous times. You got away numerous times. Here we are, and the coin is flipped. The question is, I suppose, can you keep me?
Well, I guess we'll just have to find out. You know, there's a lot of rumors about what WHI is up to, you know, regarding Forgeborn and all kinds of fucked up shit they're supposed to be doing. So my plan is I'm going to turn you over to them and make a handy little profit. And I'm going to watch everything they do to you.
As they're walking out of the airlock, I imagine they're past that secondary airlock. We're probably a ways away from you guys now, right?
Yeah.
I'm
probably
waiting
floating
until,
between.
Yeah, I'm waiting until we are a ways away, and I don't want to be around them when I say these things. So I find it really interesting that they didn't let you know anything. The fact that you're ignorant to all of it just shows that I still have an upper hand.
If you say so, Ulysses. You know, one of the problems was you always did talk too much. You didn't do anything. You just
You know
talked.
what's funny?
That's why I got away
Everyone
all
said
those
that.
times.
You know what? You're right. I'm too much of a talker, and I do far too much paperwork. What am I going to do?
Well, as a pencil pusher, I guess it's just a good thing that you also have a pencil dick. She then like pushes you into the airlock of her ship, and then you go through that the reverse change of kind of what you have just gone through, leaving the Ajax as you board the Chimera in the custody of Captain of Captain Teresa Zim. All right. You head towards the space station, in behind of the Chimera itself. Is there anything that you are trying or hoping to accomplish before you dock with the space station?
Yeah, we probably have a few minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there's no way that these, like, their suit comms aren't going to work between the ships, right?
It would be highly unlikely.
Okay. And there's
the amount of distance that
these
they have to stay from one another would probably be a little far for suit comms.
And there's two guys with us right now with Astra rifles, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Do we do something stupid, or do we do something stupid later?
We do something stupid.
Yeah. So, hey there, guys. Want a drink? And then I'll walk towards the galley and grab Lucius with me, because again, listen, what are they going to do, right? Like, they're here to watch us. They're either going to come with us or they're not on that. And if I don't think they're going to take their eyes off of us.
Yeah, as you kind of offer a drink, the two of them kind of like make like a half turn towards one another, and then turn back. Kind of, they're not standing at attention, but they're definitely not like they're not at ease. You know, they definitely still have their rifles kind of held low, but at the ready. And whenever you offer a drink, and they kind of give that look to one another, one of them kind of holds a hand up and says, "No, no can do."
Cool, then you're just gonna stand there. I'm gonna go get a drink and drop this off, then go to the bridge, make sure we on our way. How you want to do this? You want to just like, if I got to take a leak, you go. Well, what's going on? It's a small ship, but it's, you know, I don't know if I can put you somewhere where you can see all of us all the time, right?
They kind of turn towards one another for a second. Your guess is that they're probably discussing whatever the situation is with comms that are, you know, only between the two of them, internally. And then one of them kind of turns towards the bow of the ship and begins kind of heading towards the bridge. And the other one, the one that spoke with you, said, "Yeah, I'll come with you. Keep an eye on you." Lucius, or he points to Lucius and says, "You with us."
Oh, with me? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So then, yeah, we'll go to we'll send him to the bridge. We'll let Sylvan, Sylvan, yeah, one's coming on. He's armed and not too talkative, but it's all good, yeah. It's our new benefactor. You got a name, man? You want me to call you number 1, number 2? She called you a friary? You like cooker or stuff or what?
I'm part of the friary, part of the Crusaders unit. You can call me a Templar. Just Templar's fine.
Oh, right on, Templars. Yeah, I've heard of you all. Nice. Nice, you got it, Templar. So Templar's coming up, Templar, and then Friary will come with me, I guess, huh, Friary? And I'll go to the galley to look like I'm trying to make up a cup of stem or whatever.
Okay.
And so, yeah, once we get in there, I am going to, again, not find what I'm looking for with it, though. I want to fumble around a little bit, not get what I want, and then turn to Lucius and be like, "Should we fucking kill this and not make another? Like, what the fuck? It's a simple rule, man. If you take the last, you make the next."
I was busy.
Do we even have any up here? Or is it all back in old?
I'm not a keeper.
The fuck are
I
your
make
job?
it.
Damn it, we bring on fucking
I'm the muscle.
Yeah, as I flex muscle. Ugh, you fucking people with that. All right, Friar, I gotta go fucking. I want a cup of stem. Like, are you with me to go get it from fucking the hold? You know what? I bet you Sylvan has some in the bay. I might head up to com. Sylvan, your pot running back in the shop?
Yeah, it is.
Right on, yeah. I'm gonna go back to the shop. You with me or you with him?
The Templar kind of looks from one to the other of you for a moment.
There's 5 of us on this ship, man. Well, so the prisoner gone, yeah, and captain's probably dead. Yeah, we think. I'm not a doctor. Sylvan
All right,
flying
enough.
the ship.
He kind of points to Lucius. "Stay here." And he turns and like moves to follow you, Kahidi.
Right on. That's not what I was hoping for, but we'll make it work. Yeah, I'm gonna go back toward. I'm just getting Sylvan space. Fuck.
Mr.
Okay.
Guy, though, like, what if I have to, like, it's about that time. I had a lot of that.
You want me to hold it for you?
Well, I'm just saying, you said stay here, but
Don't you
I think
have like some kind of
that's where I'm going.
tripod built in where you can do that yourself?
You want to watch? Because I'm gonna go.
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
Okay.
I'd like to keep my kelp down.
It's probably been and I'll go. It's probably been long enough. And we're gonna do this now, right?
Let's just fucking do it.
Yeah, I guess if we're gonna.
Wait, are y'all? Good question. Have we docked yet? Have we docked yet?
No.
No.
Oh no.
So
Okay.
here's
I'm just gonna. I'll be over
Kahidi's-
here.
just for clarity's sake, because we're you know what? No, that's fun to let's see how this plays out. And let Lucius play the way Lucius would play. This is gonna be fun on this portion, and Kahidi's not a smart man. So yeah, so I'm going to lead. We're gonna call him. So Tempe is up on the deck with Sylvan.
Temp is up on this. The temp is up on the deck.
Mhm.
The fry is in the grease right now. Like the fry is in the grease.
I am not intending to kill the fry at this moment. Kahiti is going to gesture towards him, towards the machine bay, and start walking that way.
Yeah, he's keeping you in front of him as much as he can.
Yeah,
but he will follow you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going that way because I know they're in comms with each other, and I don't want to necessarily kill Sylvan at the moment. But I'm going to go back to Sylvan's shop.
Okay.
And start fumbling around in there if we get back to there. The thought process, I'm also gonna like try to we don't have a lot of time. Damn it, my concern is getting suited up because it's 10 fucking minutes. And that's
the clock on that is definitely ticking.
Right. So, and I don't know
So
if we can drop.
Here's my thought. You can get him into the machine bay with Lucius. And then you can dip off from there, go get your armor on.
That's the goal. I was trying to do that from the other side, but yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal. So I feel like we can still do this. It's just gonna look awkward. It's just gonna look.
There's a good chance we don't actually get to the station. We'll see what happens.
Okay. So, in the bridge, one of these crusaders has arrived, Sylvan. He's, not really said anything to either you or the wraith that's kind of up here with you at the moment. And kind of just posts himself up near the door into the bridge. Just kind of, again, stands not really at attention, but just at the ready. Just kind of keeping an eye on the two of you. The other one has followed Kahiti back into the engine room and is standing near the door as Kahiti's kind of fumbling around the room, feigning looking for something. Lucius, you were left to your own devices. What is it that you are doing?
I guess if I'm gonna be left alone, I'm gonna sneak off to the wand system, I think.
Okay. No, if you get into it and it deploys, like, it will be noticeable. It is a large glowing ball of Astra on the outside of the ship. So not telling you can't do that or that you shouldn't, just there it is.
I was thinking I was gonna move towards it and like ready in action to get into it. Not necessarily get into it just yet.
Sure. That is perfectly viable, absolutely.
But
so you're kind of warming it up or whatever.
I think, but let me double check. That's my
okay. Meanwhile, on the other ship, chat stepped away for a moment. Ulysses is also having fun. So is the intention to try to jump these two individuals before you get to the dock?
That's
Try
what
to
I
take
thought.
them down? Or are you
That's what I
going
thought
to
we were doing.
let things ride for the moment?
I'm not opposed to it. Kahiti's intention is to get suited up because that's going to be necessary at some point, but it's not with the Ulysses split with that group. And again, it's nothing's personal with anything now. It's all business sets. Then the number one thing is to get docked. Right. So if we've got a dock with the two of them and I don't get in the armor, so be it. I'm trying to keep those two split up a little bit right now. Because if it does pop off, I'd rather it go that route, but have them separated than together. But I'm not. I'm a predator eyeing a predator. So I'm looking if there's obvious opportunity, I will make a decision in the time that opportunity presents itself. But as of right now, that opportunity has not presented itself because this guy has clocked me to follow.
Gotcha. Okay. So then I guess the question, because he's going to keep eyes on you as long as it's just the two of you together. So I guess the question then becomes to Lucius or potentially even Sylvan. Are you pulling the trigger on any kind of hostilities?
I really want to. I thought that's what the play was.
Yeah.
Because I got some tricks that I could maybe pull off if that's what we're gonna do. But I don't know what's the gain there. We have two less guys to worry about when we dock. But if we fumble that, then they know that we're doing something. If we succeed, what do we gain? There's two less guys to deal with.
Yeah, I was gonna do some things on the walk to the ship, right? I was gonna do some things that would potentially allow me some benefits going into going into a potential fight. But I can still talk to you guys with comms, right? I think I can. No,
if they can't, we can't. So
yep.
But I can. But I can. So, quick question: How many minutes, Jeremy, would you say that the walk from our ship to their ship would be?
Probably not minutes. I would say maybe
no. Okay,
30 seconds to a minute or so.
No, that's fine because I know they docked on us, right?
They're not docked on you, but they're not far
anchored
from you.
Okay,
yeah, they were.
Okay, so could I mechanically? I'd like to go into a state of enumerations, right? Which does allow me to increase my astrofade by 1, but as for every minute that I stay pretty catatonic, right?
Okay.
I can choose a number of different benefits from a following list, right? So I'm just trying to get maybe a couple of minutes of just absolute silence where pretty much he shuts off, right? In the transfer process.
Yeah. So if you
gain some things.
If you started that process, the moment that she stood you up on your feet, kind of thing, and she's basically walking you and kind of pushing and nudging you along, so you could more effective, or for all intents and purposes, be in that catatonic state. going through the airlock, making the spacewalk, and then through the airlock on the other side, before and then probably being taken to whatever holding cell. I would say there's probably 2 minutes that would pass.
2 minutes? Okay, so that gives me two things that I can do. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I would like to do
reasonable.
that. I would like to do that because in one of those, the enumerations allow you to link your mind with others. Choose a number of willing creatures up to your proficiency bonus within 120 feet of you. For 1 hour, you can sense each creature's location, whether or not they are conscious, and the nature of any injuries they have. In addition, for the duration, you can communicate telepathically with each creature, either individually or as a group. So essentially, I would give myself comms.
Okay.
Cast, right?
Yeah, and 120 feet, it's probably right at the outer range of that. If Sylvan and the Wraith kind of know that's kind of what you're doing, then they can aim to kind of stay at that within that range.
Yeah.
Because any closer than that, it would probably be a dangerous, like flying.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
so I'd like to
you can certainly maintain that. Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'd like to take that one, and then just so that I can, just in case I want to try to talk her down from doing stuff. I'll take your intuition sharpens to superhuman levels, granting you unique insight into the minds around you. You have advantage on all deception and diplomacy checks for 1 hour.
Okay.
So I'll take that as well as the 2.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're brought on board, and by the time that you kind of come out of this catatonic state, you're being placed inside of like a brig. It's a room that is no more than like 5 by 5. There's a comfortable-ish kind of bed that you could lay out on. Not really a whole lot else. And she's basically shutting the door, saying, it doesn't matter that you're acting all weird. That's fine. Today's a good day. Today's a really good day, and there's nothing that you could do to ruin it. She kind of lets the door shut, and you hear it like pressurize and seal. Okay. So, the decision that is still floating in the void of space is: are these Crusaders going to be jumped before you get to the dock? Are you going to wait until you get to the docks before something happens? And I will start with 10, 9.
Are we? I got a question about them real quick.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna assume like this suit they're wearing is like an item.
Yeah, it's an
right?
armor. Mm-hmm.
So if I had an armor that I was wearing and I void slipped, it would teleport with me, right?
Yeah, I would say so. It's in your possession.
What if it was one that I was holding?
Yes, as long as you're possessing it. Well,
Yep.
It's also as long as you are possessing it and someone else is not. That is the clarification.
Because I have. Go ahead.
I'm going to look at Void Slip right now for you because I was also thinking something like that earlier. Void Slip is, oh god, I forgot.
Grab shift, which lets me lift objects, and it also lets me open and close hatches, right? So maybe I could open and close this spacesuit to where it's open now, and then grab it and void slip, and now he's out of his suit.
That's cool. If that's possible for you to do, I don't know if can.
Because grab shift is an action and void slip is a bonus action.
Yeah, possible.
Maybe
it is possible.
The question of whether or not he's still in possession of the suit would be the linchpin, I think. Because, just because you unbutton your shirt, it doesn't mean that you're no longer wearing it, necessarily.
Right.
Okay, 7.
This is where Kahiti wishes he would have clarified what his
6.
plans were with everybody.
5, 4, 3.
I have
I'm
no
just-
fight in this game because I'm not there. So
Just
feel
getting
free to make a
coffee.
decision.
1.
Okay. I hard shift the ship to the towards the
Perfect.
station and vent
All
some
right.
fuel at the same time.
Okay, so Sylvan, we see this intense shot that like shows Sylvan, and then it shows like the dock of the space station getting closer, and then we cut to back to a shot of Sylvan's face. It's a little bit closer cropped, and then back to the space station getting closer, and then back to it just gets narrower and narrower, and then finally you jerk the wheel hard to one side. Everything goes flying everywhere in chaos, and that's where we're going to stop for our session tonight.
Are we gonna pop this off then? Is the plan?
I guess so now. The pilot made the decision.
Hey, that's good. That's all.
boy. Excellent. This
Hey,
was a lot
we're
of
a
fun.
damaged ship.
Little
Shit
did
happens.
little did Sylvan know that he just signed my death warrant. I do
Maybe. Maybe.
Just
Maybe.
void slip out of the ship.
That's actually what I was thinking about doing. There's a part of me
Hostage.
that was gonna do so. I was gonna try if we were gonna go further, we were gonna do more. It would take me 10 minutes, but now that I'm in a space, right? I could. Oh yeah. So void projection. I can project my disembodied consciousness out past that. I can go through walls. I can do whatever. My body doesn't leave the area, but I can then go do stuff.
All right. Well, make some
So
notes.
that was what I was thinking. Is like I could I could do that, or I could void slip out of the space. So
Make some notes. Jot some stuff down about what you might want to do next
Yep.
time, so that
Yep.
way you can kind of remember a little bit about
Yep.
what you might be thinking, where your
I'm
head
very
is. at the
excited for
moment.
this. Very excited for this.
So yeah, next time, it sounds like we'll be hopping right back in media res with some combat.
Oh,
Yeah,
this will be so much fun.
I'm so happy.
Never split the party.
Dude, we split the party, and then not only that, it's one Mancer. One Mancer. The three of y'all. Boy, I gotta have some good rolls to make everything work. It's gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be interesting.
We
It's
just have to
definitely
get you out of there.
Mhm.
not.
Yeah. I'm
What I-
the Princess Leia now. If y'all come up rocking the Han and Chewie prospect, bravo. I'm just sitting in here waiting to get probed.
So my thought process was actually the Han scene, but like not that one, right? Like the everything's all right here, you know.
Yeah.
is
That
what
was
I
the
was-
one that I was thinking of too. Yeah.
I was thinking for, but we're gonna have to really figure that one out.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
You know how I
I've
mentioned-
flipped on all the klaxons and
Right, absolutely.
called out Maydays.
all the buttons go off. Beep, 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 beep,
Yeah,
beep, beep.
exactly.
I mentioned early on that there was going to be a point where there was going to be a decision that was made or a roll, and it was going to go one of two ways. That was foolish of me because it went a third way that I didn't exactly expect it to go.
So
but
Jeremy, what did
gonna
you
be fun.
expect? I just want to
Yeah.
know what you expected.
Yeah, I'm
of the
interested 'cause
GM.
I'm assuming
What are the goals you thought we were going to accomplish tonight?
Buy her on board our
I
ship.
thought it was either going to be a ship-to-ship combat that you guys were going to try to run, fight,
Sure.
something like that, and it was going to turn into a ship-to-ship combat, or you guys were going to succeed in playing it cool and lying about everything and successfully dock. So I did not expect that the exchange of Ulysses was going to take place or anything. That was all built out of the fact that you rolled well enough to recognize who she was and me leaning into the same thing I lean into every time with Chad, is to be an antagonistic asshole, and explain that as the reason as to why you knew who she was, and things just kind of snowballed from there. So now we have found ourselves in this
Also,
third
Jeremy,
option.
I have questions for you before next session, because
Okay.
some of the magic items that I took, it's not that they're OP, but they need to be adjusted for Harbinger, because some of the mechanics
Absolutely.
do not work for Harbinger.
Yeah,
So I'd rather
I'm more than happy
talk
to
to
do
you
that
about
with
it,
you.
adjust it for Harbinger, and then be like,
Sure.
yeah, this works. Okay.
Yep, happy
We'll
to.
keep the viewers waiting. We'll sign off and then stay on to communicate about what we're gonna
We'll
do.
sign off, and then we'll stay on to play out that, and then they'll have to
That
come
would be
back
cruel.
in media res in the middle
This
of
is-
whatever combat we're doing. Just-
Bonus content for the Patreon subscribers.
Exactly. There you go, Jeremy.
Aha,
New
that's
revenue
how it's
stream,
done.
The Patreons. Yes, you hit it right at the media res, and then you let only the combat happen.
If you
for the
want to know
Patreons.
how this combat ends, subscribe to my
Stay
Patreon.
tuned.
God, that would
Yeah.
be shitty.
I'd like to know more.
It's only 1 hour of content, but if
Would you like to
pay
know more?
that Patreon subscription, you get that 1 hour of content.
That's amazing. Okay,
We're gonna make this 9 episodes at a minimum.
It seems like
we're going full Star
Trilogy of
Wars.
trilogies.
We're going full Star Wars, okay?
we're gonna Lucas this shit. All right,
We're gonna Lucas this nonsense right now.
yeah, this was fantastic. Yeah, as long as y'all are happy, I'm happy. So like, yeah, if you're honestly okay with us continuing to play this out, then I kind of took the training wheels off a little while ago and just decided to let it run how it was going to run and figure out how long it's going to be, along the way. So I had no idea how long this was going to end up once we kind of decided that everybody was okay to keep playing. So I'm happy to see it through to its natural conclusion, as long as all of you are. So
We're not often an impulsive group, but when we are, it tends to go.
Listen, I was really ready to pop off in like right at the moment. I will tell you what my goal was before all that happened. There was a moment in this game where I was a prisoner and everybody was right near the airlock, and I thought to myself, you have a propulsion arm. You could literally punch the button from far away and send them back out the airlock. Why not do that? And then I said, nope, they're still in their spacesuits. Let's not do that. Doesn't work.
Should have
So
timed
I
it with
went-
me. I could have tried to grab shift that helmet out of her hand or something.
Yeah, right, exactly. So it just didn't work. Didn't work out. Really wished it would have, but no. Now I have multiple problems to have to deal with when we get on. But at least I'm on the ship, guys. At
I
least I'm on the
foresee
ship.
that all of you will probably have a chance to carve out some hopefully really fun, delicious moments for your characters.
the fight that we're actually gonna do. I think we've gone 3 sessions now. We say we're gonna fight, and then it just doesn't happen.
Welcome to the
Y'all are-
Game of Thrones edition of Harbinger.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Y'all have
dragons are
been
coming,
very
and the White
good.
Walkers will get here eventually. I'm telling you.
Y'all
We
have
haven't
been
even
very
gotten the
good
red
at
Yeah, but then
avoiding
now.
combat.
Somebody
We haven't even gotten
sidesteps
the
and
red
just
wedding.
steps on somebody, and then the whole thing is over.
All right. I'm going to hand things back over to my players. They can say any kind of parting words that they'd like, and I think we're going to put a bow on it for tonight. So then we'll see you back here in session 8 of our trilogy. All right. We're going to start in reverse order with, I almost called you Kahiti, with Glenn.
No, great night. Always had fun with it. Threw me a little bit by bringing in more of the backstory. So totally changed. Like, had that not happened, would have been a very different set of scenarios there. So really appreciate that. Ton of fun. Like I said, looking forward to keeping it going, eventually stealing that ship, and then going and having fun doing other stuff.
Yeah. You guys will figure out in the next session that the Chimeras are pretty cool shit. Well, maybe. We'll see. I guess we'll see. Speaking of pretty cool ships, Todd.
Yeah, this is awesome. Really looking forward to next time. I thought we were going to get rid of her when she was in the airlock, honestly.
Dude, me too.
But
Rip my impulsion. I'm sorry.
it's all good. We'll figure out something in the next episode.
She was too cool of a badass NPC for me not to let her monologue. And I was like, I guess you'll just come on in.
Yeah.
Let me know what your life story, your background is, how bad I fucked you over. Please let me know that so that ultimately when I do defeat you, it is sweet.
Exactly. See, now, yeah, you get it.
Yeah,
it's always a great thing as a GM whenever you get to ask a player, can I smack your character in the face with my NPC's helmet? And they say, normally I'd have a problem with that, but you know what? Please. And
you know the guy you signed up for. You know the guy you signed up for. So
yeah, man, this was incredible. So yeah, thank you very much, Todd. Next, we have other Chad in certain circles.
That would be me. Thank you as always for all of you. And it's always fun when the DM thinks it's going to be, one way and the players get to surprise you. That's fun for everyone, I think. But I mean, that's the beauty of this game, right? Like the being able to just wing it or whatnot, But a pleasure. I am so happy to hear that we're gonna have an 8 episode to a 3-parter. That is so awesome. We're one away from getting a trilogy of trilogies, so I'm really hoping for that, But we'll see what happens here. Maybe we'll just like draw out some combat.
Well, yeah, listen. We got to get the combat episode, and then we got to get the escape episode. Okay, so there's like it's a 2-parter. You got to get both.
We're assuming we survived the combat episode.
The epilogue is our funerals.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna dock at the space station and make a stop at the space McDonald's first, and we'll do that episode.
I'm starving. Can we go to? Can we give me a big
you gotta do space Minchies afterwards, and y'all are incredible.
It's a pleasure. Right. I'm looking forward to it. Until next time. Man.
Me too. Thank you again, Chad, for playing. Last but certainly not least, my brother from another mother, Chadley.
Oh boy. Jeremy, I love you. And this has been one of the most fun rides I've had all year. So genuinely, like, I love all of you guys. I'm so thankful that Glenn and Todd, we've been able to play with you and get to know you throughout this whole thing. Chad, I love you, and we've hung out plenty of times before, so you know that I love you there. But this has been a very interesting campaign for me, because here I thought I was only going to sit down for 3, maybe 4 sessions. I should know better with a Jeremy Lilly game. I really should know better with a Jeremy Lilly game.
Sign on for a 1-shot.
Yeah, sign on for a 1-shot, you get put in a 3-shot. See, sign on for a 3-shot, get put on for a 9-shot. So at some point, you get signed on for a campaign, you might as well cancel the next 4 years of your life, because that's kind of how it's going to go. And I'm okay with that. So I love each and every one of you. I'm very happy that we have all kind of gelled and meshed in a way that has just made for a beautiful story. And I kind of don't want it to end. So, I mean, I'm cool if you just want to play this group of characters until the wheels fall off, until we all die from an epic NPC that's somewhere out there in the Harbinger. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that too. Okay. Until then, till then, I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna hope that these games keep running because I love you guys so much. As always, Jeremy, your take on settings in general is always so much fun. I don't care if it's for Harbinger. I don't care if it's for anything that you do with your own Erasmus. Like the expedition engine, right? Yep, right. Expedition engine. I got it right. Your own stuff, or if it's something for like D&D, or if it's something for whatever, like you manage to take something and make such a beautiful story out of it. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I'm Chad. I play games online and in person. Haven't played in person in a long time, but man, playing online is pretty dang close. I love you guys so much. So looking forward to the next game. Can it be tomorrow? Let's just, why not?
No, it can't.
Lies.
I need time. I have to recuperate. No, yeah. Thank you very much, Chad. That's very, very endearing. Thank you. I appreciate that immensely. Yeah, I just, the settings that I enjoy running, I really, really enjoy running. I like trying to push the flavor of whatever it is that is the setting of the story that I'm telling. I don't know why Harbinger, whenever I heard about it, morphed in my brain into a cyberpunk setting. But I've been really happy with the way that Chrome City has shaped up and developed, and all of the little things that people have deposited into Chrome City as we've had the chance to play it. Yeah, and this game is no different. The things that you guys are coming up with and pitching to me, the whole idea of Awara, and somebody who lives down in the landfill and runs a shop, and people who are Chad, you took the idea of the orc suits kind of back into consideration with the background of your character. So it's awesome to see that kind of synergy emerging from a brain baby of mine. So I'm very thankful that everybody has taken that much of an interest in adding to it, and is taking the custody of it so seriously. That means a lot to me. So thank all of you very much. But I think that's enough sappiness from me, because otherwise Lloyd Collins is going to show up and it's just going to be awful. He's just going to rip everybody a new one. No, I love Lloyd. He knows it. All right, everybody. I love you. Thank you so much for watching, whether you tuned in live this evening or whether you may be tuning in at some point further down the road. It is deeply appreciated. Thank you. If you like this kind of stuff, hit the like button, subscribe, do all those things that YouTube likes to see. Remember that kindness is a free action. It doesn't cost you anything to be kind. So the world certainly needs more of that. So go out there and be nice to each other. And until next time, may your dice roll high and your snacks always be within reach.